Hey, what's up? This is Preston with Gandhi's Gun, and this is my guitar rig rundown. So let's talk about the guitars I use in our Gandhi's Gun set. So I've got two main guitars. The one on the left is my Gibson Les Paul Standard. It is the Root Beer Burst finish to it, and it's got the burst bucker humbuckers put in it. It's the 120th anniversary model, and couldn't say enough great things about that one. I was fortunate enough to pick it up the year before they actually started putting all the electronic tunings systems in it. And that guitar actually lives in E-flat tuning, and a lot of the times I'll take it down to drop D, so drop D flat tuning, and really love that guitar. It's been a dream, and couldn't be more blessed to play that one. And then the one on the right is actually a Dylan. It's a Gibson knockoff, is what most people would say, but that one actually lives in standard drop D tuning, and we use that guitar on a lot of the songs off of Changes We Face, our last EP that we put out. And really like that guitar. It's got a pearly white finish to it. I don't know what kind of humbuckers it has in it. Obviously it's got humbuckers, but sounds great. It's got pearly knobs on it, and it plays fantastic. So right now for my amp, I am actually using a Blackstar HT100. It is a 100-watt head. It's got 3 channels, a clean, an overdrive 1, and an overdrive 2. And it actually just lives on the overdrive 2 channel, and it's got plenty of gain, and it also cleans up really well when I want to do some of the softer stuff in our set. And so if you don't know anything about Blackstar, Blackstar is actually founded by some of the guys that broke away from Marshall, and basically what they did was they basically created a more modern sounding amp, similar to kind of Marshall, but it sounds a little more heavy. It's a little more modern rock, and I really like it, and it screams. So next, let's talk about my pedal board. So first off, I use Temple Audio, and one of the things I really like about them is that it's really lightweight, and I also have this really cool feature on the left side of it where you just unplug and plug back in your power cord, and then it's got a little power switch on the side of it, so if I don't have to pull the cable out every time I'm done. And it's kind of an easy on, it's got an easy on and off switch, so kind of cool. And also I've got the light feature turned on it, so I can change the colors, I can change the speed. This is kind of a demo, so it flashes. But really like the board, haven't had any problems with it, and really love it. So it's pretty compact. I got it when we had a gig in South by Southwest in Austin, and we were playing a pretty small stage, so I couldn't have my, if you guys had seen my rig in the past, I had a pretty large, wide pedal board that was very heavy, and so I really am happy with the Temple board. So first off, let's talk about the first pedal in my chain, and it is a Shure GLX-D wireless guitar system. It's this one in the back, and basically what it is it's a tuner. I don't really use that function on it. I really just use it for its wireless guitar system. But one of the things I really like about it is it has a channel button on it, and so what you do is you hit it, and it scans whatever venue that you're in. So sometimes if you're familiar with wireless guitar systems, sometimes you can pick up weird frequencies in the room that cause your guitar to cut in and out, or they get kind of fuzzy or weird sounding. So I like this one because it finds the best channel in that specific venue, so I usually don't have very many problems with it. Really do like that pedal a lot. But like I said, I really don't use the tuner function on that much. I just use it for the wireless. So I actually go into a Boss TU3 pedal, pretty standard, just a tuner. Not a whole lot to say about that. Then I use a Boss volume pedal. This was the very first volume pedal I got, and I've had it for, I want to say, almost 10 years, and just now it is like starting to get a little fuzzy, but I know it's dust in it, so if I just blow it out, I'm sure it'll be fine. Next pedal that I use is the Slash signature wah pedal. I've been a big fan of Slash for a really long time, and I've really loved his wah tone that he has, and absolutely love that pedal. So all 4 of these pedals actually run in the front of my amp into the input section. And next, let's talk about what goes into the effects and return loop. So the first pedal that actually runs into my effects loop is the MXR Analog Chorus. It's this blue one here. And really like this pedal. It's got a cool 80s vibe to it. It's actually what the chorus that Slash uses. Like I said, I was a big fan of Slash, and I really like the chorus that he gets on some of the songs like Paradise City and some other ones. And so I use that a lot. I mainly use that pedal in conjunction with the Strymon Timeline, which is this big gray pedal here. And mainly use that in conjunction with this on our transition. If you've seen our set between Let Me Out and Broken, we do this really cool drum thing, and so I use this channel on the Strymon Timeline called the Ice setting, and I turned up the sustain and mix pretty hot on that, and it does this like crazy octave chorus, like broken sounding, distorted sound through the amp, and it's really cool. And the next pedal that comes out of the chorus is this Cusack Music More Louder, and as you can see, it's actually only on like about 8 o'clock, and that thing absolutely screams. It gets extremely loud. If I turn it up past that, the sound guy actually usually asks me to turn it down for solo boost. That also runs through the effects loop, because if you run it in front of the amp, it actually acts as an overdrive pedal. So I run it in the effects loop, and it actually increases the volume. It's pretty cool, and I really like how compact it is. And then that pedal actually goes back into the Strymon Timeline. Like I said, I really only use two settings for this. I use the solo channel, and I use like a dotted eighth delay, pretty standard, but I really only turn that on in like solos and kind of picky parts. I really like how it just kind of beefs up the solo. I usually don't run it pretty hot in the mix. So then it goes back into the return of the amp, and that is my pedal board. So some of the other things you may see on my board are the Audio-Technica wireless in-ear monitor system, and basically allows me to not have a cable attached to me so that I can hear the rest of the band with my in-ears. And I use the 64 Audio V6 stages. It's I think their new system. I believe it's called Apex, and I use those. I've had great luck with those, but basically the only thing that I've ever really had to do is basic cable replacement, and I really have been happy with my 64 Audio custom molds. Then I've got my Altoids 10, which a lot of guitar players have, and basically it just holds my guitar picks, and it holds my remote so that I can change colors on the board. And then I've got like an extra battery up in the top left corner for all my wireless guitar packs. So other than that, that is my rig.